All right, Don. We finally arrived at Workout C. So Workout C, we start off with a very familiar movement, the dead bug. We're going to do the modified dead bug today. So you're going to start on your mat, on the floor, palms down, legs up, 90, 90, 90, 90 at the hips, knees, and ankles. All right, so we want to time our breathing with this movement. So you're inhaling through the nose, big deep inhale, and then you're going to exhale out of your mouth as if you're blowing through a straw, nice and slow as you extend the legs. All right, and that whole time, keeping that lower back planted firmly into the floor. All right, so start off with our modified dead bug. All right, so that's movement number one. You'll go through your 10 reps there. Moving into our power movement, we got some push presses. All right, so we're going to use some dumbbells. And we want to use a load that we wouldn't be able to do just a regular standing overhead press with. All right, so front load the weight. Use that neutral grip because the neutral grip is just easier to front load. Dip at the hips, it's about a quarter of a squat, and then very explosively drive up through the legs. Push those weights up. Reset. And that's your push press. All right. So you'll do 6 to 8 reps there. 2 sets, obviously, with the break in between before moving into the meat of the workout, which we're still with the 60-30. We've got a very challenging movement for you next. We've got some rear foot elevated split squats and the TRX. So we've never done these before. Previously, we've always done them on the stand. There's a huge level of instability when we do them in the TRX. And then we're going to use the TRX again for the second movement. We've got some W's and some low rows that we're doing. So we need a single dumbbell for this. We're going to go goblet side, goblet hold. Get your foot into the TRX, foot cradle. Grab a dumbbell. And this is 60 seconds on one leg. So you're going to work 60 seconds on one leg, 30-second break, 60 seconds on the other. All right? So you work through those for 60 seconds, take a 30-second break, switch legs. Obviously, we don't want to neglect the other leg. And then from there, you're going into your W's and your hugs. So your W pull, very different than the face pull. So if you're looking at my back, when you do your pull, your elbow should be down and in tight to the body. Face pull is up here. People tend to confuse these two. So it's going to be W pull first, low row second. Watch me on the TRX. Start palms down. Go into your W. Into your low row. All right. And that is your first series of movements, and you're going to do 3 sets of those as well. All right. Second series of strength movements. We've got some alternating dumbbell lateral lunges with the curl and the press with some rotation thrown in there. All right. Good to do a rotational movement somewhere within 1 of the 3 workouts. And then some Spider-Man push-ups. We're going to give your push-ups some kick, add some kick to your push-ups. So take 2 dumbbells. Going lateral lunge first. We're going to alternate sides. Make sure you keep that chest up and the head up. Make sure you try to keep those feet lined up as well. Come back from that lunge, curl, press, and rotate. Switch sides. you'll do your 60 seconds of those. One side will feel a little more natural than the other. That's fine. We just want to build some rotation in. And then from there, we're getting that Spider-Man lunge push-up in. Spider-Man push-up, I should say. So, push-up position. As you descend into a push-up, you're going to bring one of your feet up. Try to get your elbow to touch your knee. Or come as close to it as you can. And again, 3 sets, 60 seconds on, 30 off. All right? That's your second series of strength movements for workout C. All right? So then, from there, we go into our customary core movement. We're going to do what's called a weight transfer. You're going to need a light dumbbell for this one. I wouldn't go any heavier than anywhere from 5, 8, 10 pounds. So you're in plank position with the weight on the outside of your body. Where we want to focus on is anti-rotation of the hips. So we want to maintain flat plank position as you transfer. Reach across the body and transfer the weight to the center of your body and then back to the outside. All right. With this one, you want to make sure that you're not placing the weight too far away from the body so that you have to break form in order to reach it. All right. So again, plank position. Stabilize the hips. That's one. That's two, and so forth. All right. So you're going to work through those for 10 reps. Doesn't look like much, but trying to stabilize those hips takes a lot of effort. All right, puts a huge demand on the core. So again, the weight shouldn't be so heavy that you can't move it, you can't pick it up. All right, so pick something that's appropriate for this exercise. All right. Last but not least, of course, metabolic 30-30, 30 seconds on, 30 off. TRX squat rows, 2-hand swings, and burpees. I know that's your favorite. So we need a kettlebell or a dumbbell if you don't have one, and you need your TRX. So the TRX squat row, you are squatting deep and then pulling yourself up out of the bottom of the squat. All right. So you want to take on an angle that you wouldn't be able to get up out of if you weren't holding on to the TRX. Because we all know that you can squat, but we want to be fairly deep. So right about here is good for your squat row. This is a deep squat. Pull at its metabolic, so you're doing as many reps as you can in order to create that metabolic disturbance in the body that we desire. You'll do that for 30 seconds. You'll then have a 30-second break. 2-hand swings next. Grab your kettlebell and swing to your heart's content. Seconds of those, 30-second break, and then we're going to go with burpees. Let's go sumo burpee. That's that wide leg stance burpee. Easier on the hips, easier on the lower back. Going backwards, legs stay lined up with the shoulders, come forward, wide stance. All right. And with the burpee, you almost want to imitate squatting down with each one. What a lot of people do, they tend to round their back going down. The more you can keep your chest up and your back flat, the less you feel them in your back. So it should be more of a here, legs straight back, and up. And that's your burpee. And that, Don, is workout C.